Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to our Common Questions and Misconceptions series. Today we're going to be taking a look at the RVI Tire Patrol product, so let's dive in. So our first question is going to be, do I need a separate monitor to monitor my tire patrol? And the answer is no, you don't need something separate from your RVI Brake. If you've already got an RVI Brake 3 or an RVI Brake Shadow, you should have our Command Center tablet and hub. And this is the exact same tablet and hub that you will use to monitor your tire patrol. So you can monitor up to 14 tires across 2 different vehicles, and all of that can show up on the same screen as your braking system. And then also if you have maybe a towed battery charger plus, that will show up on the same screen as well. Next up, are sensors or packages of sensors interchangeable with one another? So the answer to this is no, that's the short answer. As far as context goes for this question, it's usually when we're maybe going from a 4-tire towing vehicle to a 6-tire towing vehicle like an RV. And sometimes the question that we'll get there is like, can I take my 4 sensors that I was using on my original towing vehicle and move them to my RV and just buy a couple of extra sensors? And again, the answer to this is unfortunately not. Because our sensors are pre-assigned, they have to be used for the vehicle or context that they're intended. You can't, unfortunately, interchange them between packages of sensors. So if you were to go, again, using our example, and that's just one example, it does take several forms, but again, going back to our example, if you were to go from a 4-tire towing vehicle to a 6-tire towing vehicle, you would need to upgrade to our 6-pack for motorhomes in order to be able to use it. Our third question is, how do I change out the batteries in my sensors? And unfortunately, this cannot be done in the field. This is something where our sensors are actually sonic welded shut, and as a result, you can't access the battery or circuit board inside. And we do that for a number of reasons, primarily to protect against corrosion or damage on any of the internal side of things. But again, that does also make it to where we can't access the battery. So when your batteries die, and they should last anywhere between about 13 months up to about 2 years, when they do die, you'll just want to jump on our website, rvibrake.com, and you'll want to jump over to our shop parts area of the site. And on that page, you'll find a spot for Tire Patrol battery replacement. You'll basically just purchase those new sensors at cost. There are some brief instructions that you'll need to follow on that page, so be mindful of that. But once those instructions are followed and you've placed that order, we actually just ship you brand new sensors, again, at the cost of parts. And you'll just be able to throw those on your tires and throw your old sensors away. There's no need to send anything back to us. So that's the process for battery replacement. Our fourth question we're going to look at is somewhat related to our first question as far as monitoring systems go, but one question that we do get asked a lot is, can I use your sensors with another company's monitor? And the answer here is going to be no. So because our sensors are proprietary, they must be used with our proprietary Command Center as well. So make sure to keep that in mind. If you purchase Tire Patrol and you don't own a Command Center, you will need to purchase a Command Center as well. Our final question is going to be, will your Tire Patrol interfere with the internal TPMS that's already on my towed vehicle? And that's a great question, because since about 2008, every vehicle that's manufactured, it's required that the OEM actually put in TPMS on the tires. It's actually internal. And because of that, you can't really get to it, you can't really turn it off, it's just kind of there. It's great because it helps with fuel efficiency and that kind of thing, but when you're towing and you have an external third-party TPMS on your tires, there are many instances where that can interfere. And really that would be true with any company or product that's not Tire Patrol or RVI based products, because they usually function on the same frequency as your internal TPMS. The great news with Tire Patrol though is that it actually functions in a completely different frequency spectrum than any other tire monitoring system that's out there. And so as a result, we don't have any interference that's a result of that internal TPMS. We can function on a completely different level. There's no crossover. So if you ever do tow and you have your RVI Tire Patrol on your tires, you can rest assured knowing that there's not going to be interference that's going to come from that. Thanks guys for joining me as we've looked at these 5 questions about our Tire Patrol product. If you've got any questions about Tire Patrol or any of our other products that we offer, don't hesitate to reach out. We're available by phone, chat, or email. In the meantime, happy RVing.